Greetings. Happy Monday. Hope you had a lovely weekend. Hope you had some summertime fun and enjoyed being outside. I'm super excited to be here with you today because today is July 15th and we're doing our weekly check in to see what we can focus on to let go of, letting go of. And when I talk about letting go, I'm thinking of letting go of anything that's limiting, holding you back, keeping you away from your true life's calling, your life purpose, what your heart is guiding you to. So these are all things. So it's like limiting beliefs, mindset, addictions, just repeating mental fog. Even those are the kind of things that I talk about when we're letting go of. And if you're here live, say hi, or if you're watching the recording, you're welcome to ask me any questions or make any comments about what I'm sharing. But back to why I said I'm excited to be here and share this with you today because it's a really auspicious day. Actually, tomorrow's the bigger day, but this is like the eve of something really big. You may know that we are in a Mercury retrograde period, and Mercury retrogrades. I love Mercury retrogrades. I know it's got a wee bit of a bad rap. People curse about the communication problems. Like computers can sometimes go wonky or communicate emails go missing and things like that. But here's the thing: is it's very important to understand that a retrograde with Mercury is all about communication. And so what we've been gifted with as planetary beings ourselves is a little bit of time to check in. How are you talking about yourself? How are you communicating your life's work? How are you interacting with other people? And just be aware. This is not a time to be making yourself wrong or criticizing yourself. So it's very much about just being at peace with what's happening and doing a little bit of an inventory and checking in. So here we are. We're in a Mercury retrograde, and then tomorrow, the 16th, is a full moon. Full moon is all about um, manifesting what you've been working towards. It's about finding the resolution to something that's been bothering you. So it's a perfect time to have a wee look at check in with this letting go guidance system to see what's going to be completely let go of, what is, to opening up to your new chapter. And then the third part of why it's exciting is the lunar eclipse. So the last 2 weeks, we've had a space in between eclipses. 2 weeks ago, we had a solar eclipse, and now we're having the lunar eclipse. And these are by some people call these like eclipse families. And this one is very much about us accessing the depth of our soul's calling. It's very much about really bringing spirituality into all spaces, all areas, all pieces of our life. So I hope you can feel that and get a sense of that and breathe it in. It's very loving, very, very much. So, very much part of what I've been talking about this whole year of 2019. 2019 is a 3 year from a numerology point of view. And so this energy we're sitting in is very much supporting that idea that I've been saying about we need to be in touch with our head, our heart, and our higher self. So you can be aware of what's going on in your head. Hey, Jeanette's here. Nice to see you, my dear. Um, so what's your head saying? What is there worries? Is there concerns? Is there fears coming up? And Ruth Ann, hi Ruth Ann, thanks for joining. Um, so I'm talking about this Mercury retrograde, the eclipses, the lunar eclipse happening tomorrow, the full moon happening tomorrow. It's all about you. This is about really clearing up the inner landscape, which is perfect environment to do that check-in. What's your head saying? Maybe there's something will come out when I do the draw for the letting go. What's your head doing? And then come into your heart, because it's really, we want to be allowing our heart to guide us through into the next phase, because that's what we're stepping into once we come through this big piece. Of course, it's always a spiral, right? That maybe things come up again to be checked in with or reviewed and let go of, but it'll be a different nuance of it. So that's something that I find sometimes people get a wee bit impatient with themselves if something comes up again. Nice to see you, Ruth Ann, my love. So it's about always having compassion with yourself, and that's what I really feel we're in right now is to really, really, truly 100%, 150% love and accept everything about you. And then it's that way that we can with love and with compassion, we can let go and release of anything that's not serving us anymore. So having said all that, I knew I was going to blabber a lot because I'm super excited about all this full moon Mercury retrograde energy. I hope you are too. So take a nice deep breath, and we're going to land all together into this moment. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And again, we're going to do 2 more of them. So in through your nose, out through your mouth. And 1 more. And with this breath, we're going to ask, what do I need to focus on letting go of this week? So in through your nose. Ask your question. Good. Feels good to land in the moment. And so what we're going to focus on letting go of is pain and sadness. So this is really nice because this does actually fit with what I just said to you about checking in with that head, heart, and higher self. Maybe there is the pain and sadness is a story that you're kind of attached to, or it keeps coming around. And so how can you step into your heart? How can you release that a little bit? Maybe it's just a case of coming into using your breath, seeing if you can soften around it. And if you do have something big on pain and sadness, pop me a message, because I have a lot of different resources that I can help you with that will ease that pain and sadness. Pain and sadness it serves us. We just don't want to get too overly identified with it. So see how that shows up for you. How does pain and sadness come up? Is there a component that you're not really allowing yourself to just sit in and let go? Because always remember, these kind of things are impermanent. And so I encourage you to sit in with that and see how it resonates for you. And then I'm going to read out of my book here to help break this apart and go into a wee bit deeper. So we can flow through life in balance and peace by letting go of the struggle. Flowing means stepping in and out of various roles throughout the day to accomplish necessary tasks and connecting with the people you love. Struggle and suffering is caused by being attached to what you think you want, and then you feel bad because you can't manifest it. So this is perfect timing, because like I said, full moon is the manifesting part. So this may be a part of a dialogue that's happening for you, or it doesn't show up in the way you want it. Suffering also happens when you try and control, when you try and wrestle with the world to fit in your specific ideal instead of allowing what is to come through, in brackets, allowing the divine to do the work and guide you, and also be open to receiving, right? To choose self-love is to be brave enough to make the choices that bring you more happiness, even if it's hard. Self-love is not creating struggle for yourself. Take a deep breath and allow your life to flow through you. So I hope that makes sense. And it's the thing about flow, right? That's what I'm saying about all these planetary shifts and the eclipse and everything. It's about us recognizing our power and recognizing the divine flow that is flowing through us at all times. So sometimes we just need to create a wee bit of calmness, release any kind of pain, sadness, tension, holding on. What I'm doing right now is I'm shuffling Doreen Virtue's angel cards, because I like for us to just stay in with this and do our little bit of detective work about where's that pain and sadness, and reflect on what I just read out. And then I'm going to pull 3 of these cards, because these will give us some guidance, a little bit more insight about this process that we're in, perhaps even about letting go of some of the sadness and pain. And this is beautiful. So the first one is playfulness. oftentimes when we're feeling pain or sad, we forget that we're supposed to be having fun and enjoying this game of life. So see, is there things you could introduce into your experience? Could you allow yourself to just soften a little bit and play? Because you are always supported, my dear ones. There's always loving support all around you. And so sometimes, and I don't know about you, but sometimes when I've worked through pain and sadness, I feel alone. I feel like this is a burden I have to carry or I have to resolve or work through. But when you let go and see what's the guidance, or ask your angels, or ask the divine to make itself seen or felt by you, meditate, journal, work on just allowing yourself to feel in the embrace of all of the beautiful love that's all around you. And of course, in order to get that, you have to listen. So that was beautiful to actually. Nate puts together a little bit of a process that might actually be helpful to you to alleviate some of that pain and sadness. Is go and play a little bit, or even just visualize yourself playing. If the pain is heavy, you could visualize yourself. Remember that the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what you're doing and what you're envisaging you're doing. And so maybe that could be just the opening that you need to then visualize yourself having fun. Also would then allow you to feel your guides, your angels, the loving support physically, the people around you physically loving and supporting you, but also from your angels and your guides. And then of course you need to listen. And when I say listen, I mean watch for thoughts that come up, for feelings that come up, for synchronicities, for ideas, for just things that come up. I'm glad to hear that, Ruth Ann. Ruth Ann says it's perfect. I'm honored. Um, so yeah, this is our new week, and I really encourage you to do something with that new moon energy, like the full moon energy. Sorry, um, maybe you just not. Actually, I got up in the middle of the night last night and got to see it, and whenever I see the full moon, there's something that happens. I think there's a recognition, because the moon is all about how we see ourselves. So see yourself in the beauty of the full moon. Much love to you, and thank you for watching. I will be checking in with you again next week.